Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jeremy Spencer from Five Finger Death Punch, and you're watching Loud TV.
Once upon a time, I swore I had a heart. Long before the world I know tore it all apart.
I like a little bit of all of it. Certainly, we just got out of the studio for the past 8 or 9 months, so I was ready to get back out and do some live shows. But then we had the Mayhem Festival, which was great. But certainly playing live is probably the most fun, I think, because you get instant feedback and energy exchange with the fans, and that's cool.
And recording 24 songs.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool for a while, but after a while, it's like start, stop, wait, start and repeat every day. And after 8 months, you start going, oh, please, can we finish this? Because I want to get it back out and play, you know?
Yeah. But it permits you to...
Of course, it was great. I'm thrilled with the way it turned out. It was probably the most fun I'd ever had making a record. It was just, we were in a good flow this time, and everyone was in a good headspace. I think it turned out really good. Continuation of the first record, basically. We had 24, 25 songs recorded, and we decided, well, what songs do you want to take off? And we didn't want to take any of the songs off, so we decided, let's just release 2 records, because they fit so well together as a body of work, and we're so well-rounded that we thought, let's just release 2 records. But we didn't want to release them on the same day, because giving the fans 24, 25 songs at once, that's a lot to digest. Mm-hmm. So we decided to space them out over the course of a few months, and it's a little easier to digest for the fans. But I think if you like the first volume, we were probably going to like volume 2. Well, we always just kind of write what we feel at the time, and we always make records that we want to listen to. So in that regard, I guess some might consider it selfish, but we just kind of try to please ourselves first. And we're probably our toughest critics. We're very harsh critics within the band. Mm-hmm. So it has to go through each one of our filters before it makes the record. And we found that if we finally approve it, then most people approve it. That's the fans have liked what we've agreed to give them. Okay. But until it's ready, it's not ready. We're harsh critics. But we're just fortunate that people are buying our records in a day and age when they don't have to necessarily buy them, because they can just download it for free on the internet, which is unfortunate, but that's just kind of the way things are these days. So the fact that we have people buying Death Punch records, we're grateful for that. Anytime you're recognized for something that you love to do, that's just a great feeling, So we're a very fortunate band, and I wouldn't change any of it. It's been great. Yeah, briefly. I was hired to do one tour with them, and I got in rehearsals with them, and it sounded like Wasp, Blackie Lawless's voice. It was cool. But then you could tell that they really didn't want to work in a new guy all the way. They had a drummer with them for 12 years, and the whole time he was calling and begging to come back. So they finally just brought him back, and I was out before I even got started, basically. But I've also done, construction work. Carpenter. I was a carpenter too. I had some other odd jobs, but Death Punch happened, and we're here, and let's talk about that. I met Zoltan through an ad. He placed an ad online looking for a drummer, and that's how we met. And then he found the rest of the guys. He'd seen Ivan and his previous band Motor Grader perform at Ozfest and thought he was really good. So when it was time to find a singer, he was like, I think that guy, he'd heard that he was available. So we talked Ivan into coming down and auditioning for us in Los Angeles at the time when we were living. And he did so great at his audition, we just put him right in the studio, and we canceled his plane flight home and basically held him hostage until he finished the record. That's kind of how it happened. That's a tough one. because I'm here promoting Volume 2. But I'll probably say Volume 1, just because it has Rob Halford on there. That's enough of a extra bonus for me to go with Volume 1, even though I like them both equally, man. I mean, we were in the studio creating these for 8 or 9 months. They're like your kids, you know? You don't want to pick one kid over the other kid. Absolutely. Kiss was probably the first band I heard that I was like, whoa, you know, and I was staring at the album covers and seeing Peter Criss on the elevating riser, and that was a heavy thing to see as a kid. And then I stumbled upon like Master of Puppets and Lars Ulrich's great double bass drumming, and that opened up a whole new world for me. And then I discovered Slayer with Dave Lombardo and Charlie from Anthrax and all these guys that had great fast double bass, and just kind of made it my whole focus of my life after that, you know? Tough. Top 3. Well, Kevin Talley is a great drummer.
I know this guy, yeah.
He recorded on the, he's with Battlecross now. He's playing with Battlecross. I certainly like Gene Hoglan. He's amazing. I think he's awesome. Who else? Tim Young. He's an awesome death metal drummer. Derek Roddy. But, you know, I'm a fan of many drummers. Vinnie Paul, I think, is an exceptional, legendary drummer. Great groove drummer, you know. Even Dave Grohl for hard rock. I think he's a great drummer. There's so many different drummers for different genres. Even Buddy Rich for jazz. You know, I like a different style. Well, yeah, I mean, certain stores won't carry it if it has all the cuss words and stuff in it. So we have to make a clean version, and so not everyone wants to hear it with that. So, you know, why limit it? I think. You know, I'm not really a fan of censorship, but I'm also, if you don't want to hear the curse words, that's cool. Why force it upon someone? We don't need to do that. It's fine. Just give something for everyone.